So welcome to some mobility and stretching. We're going to be focusing mostly on hips and the muscles connecting into the hips. Excuse me. So if you want to start in high kneel, and then you're just going to pop one leg out so your heel is in line with the knee, and then just start moving across, opening up through the hip. Now just bear in mind that your range of motion is going to be different to mine. It might be more, it might be less. We're starting with moving stretches, and you're just going to push to the point where you can just start to feel at that end range of motion a stretch sensation. You want to be able to feel that, but don't push too far. Use your breath as well, and then we're going to hold it there. We're going to lean into that, take up that top arm, reaching with the fingers. If it starts to feel a little bit too intense, just pull back a little bit. And back. I'm going to straighten that leg out, point the foot, and come over and back. Coming into the hamstring. Okay, and I'm going to hold. And back. And then onto the other side. It's really important to open up the joints. And to do that, you do have to stretch the muscles. Muscles get tight through work. They also get tight from inactivity. They just always seem to want to be tight. But tight muscles lead to other problems. Straighten the leg. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed. Use your breath as well. And just imagine elongating the body. Increase the distance from my hips to my fingers whilst relaxing and back. Okay, let's come into the hips this way, child's pose, keep it moving. By doing the moving stretches, you can push a little bit further than you would if you were holding it. So it just starts to access that end range of motion. You'll find that you can move further into the stretch. So I like to do a few moving and then I hold it. Try and reach that last point. So we'll hold here. This is wide. Child's pose, so my legs are almost as wide as the mat. Shins are parallel. Remember to breathe. Okay, while we're here, we're going to do a little bit of upper body. So do thread the needle and reach up. And then I'm going to hold, so reach through. You can straighten out that front arm, so your arms are in a cross, you're stretching both shoulders in different ways. And release. Other side. And thread and hold. I love this stretch because it comes into the low back on each side. And come back. Right, still into hips. Right leg forward. I have to do this stretch a lot. So we're going to hold there, and I just want you to use gravity. Now, this is where your chair comes in really handy. You just temper how much weight you're using to push down. You're not pushing down, you're just letting gravity take over here as those hips come down towards the floor and forward. If it feels better, you can tuck the toe, lift the knee. That extends or progresses the stretch a little bit. Ooh. As a runner, that's where I get really tight, the hip flexors. But also if you do a lot of sitting, your hip flexors will get tight. Okay, and then we're going to hold and just let gravity sink you forwards. And just try and relax everything else. Use your breath. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes if you need to. Just let that stretch go as far as it wants to. Okay, I'm going to sit down on the floor now and come into hamstrings. So there's loads of different ways to stretch out hamstrings. I'm going to do mine in straddle today. So first of all, I'm just going to move like a rainbow. The problem with stretching hamstrings like this is that if you've got a tight low back, like I do right now, it stretches that as well. It's not a problem, it's actually good, but sometimes it takes a while for both to release. So we'll see how we go, see how much we can release. Try and relax this leg. Bend the knee just a little bit, it's not locked. And on each breath, just imagine you're coming a little bit lower. It is very tight. Hamstrings are supposed to be tight. If they weren't tight, you wouldn't be able to stand up. So, but it's important to be able to lengthen them as well. Often they don't want to. It's just coming in now. Sometimes I'll be here for about 2 minutes. Not today, but the longer you're there, the longer the hamstrings will get. It's just time. Okay. I'm going to come back to that one a bit later today, but for now I'm just going to make that a right angle. Okay, and then I'm going to just get it on the mat. Okay, and I'm going to lean forward into that. This is coming into the glute on that same side. Try and keep the other foot square so it doesn't roll forward. Okay, it's an introduction to glute stretch. Other side. Big breaths, calm the body. Okay. Whew, it's quite intense. So just lean straight out over that shin. Try and stop that other foot from rolling in. Okay, as I said, we'll come back to glutes in a sec. This is calves, all fours. Just one leg back. Straight leg, tuck the toe under, push the heel back away from you. If you want to extend or progress that stretch, just lift the other knee. Oh, so good. Switch sides. Release. Onto one hip for glutes, quad, sorry. So just pull your foot to your bum. You can also do this lying down on your side. Stretching the top leg. And then on the release, bring that all the way around to the top of the knee on the other side, and then use the twist to stretch the glute here. Ooh, cramp. Okay, bit of a pretzel, this one, but it's really nice for the low back as well. Get that spine rotation. So that elbow is pushing. And then same too on the opposite side. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this 15-minute stretch. You might have found some tight spots like I did, which I'll give a little bit more attention to later with my roller or my therapy ball. It's just a chance to check in as well. Sometimes when we've got a problem spot, we just feel it all over. And you can't really put your finger on it, you just feel tight or stressed in your body or whatever, headache. And then when you work through, just concentrate on each area, give it a little bit of attention, you can figure out what's going on, and then you've got something to work with, right? So you might find tightness in the back or shoulder, and then you know what to do. We're one piece, right? So if something's too tight or hurting, it's the whole body that feels it. Okay, beautiful. Right, so stretch your legs out in front of you, soft knees, just walk the feet. Okay, fingertips down, reach up and over, and a big breath in and out. Roll the shoulders, and there we go. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you soon.